as you can see, it is freezing out, but today I have my criminology final, which is the final exam I have for this entire semester. So as long as I go in there and wreck this test, I'm gonna have straight A's this semester, that's always good. That's what I strive for. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get this semester over with. Today, however, after I do that, I have a few other things to do. I need to clean up my garage, so you'll probably see some of that. And more importantly, I'm getting started on my brake project today. So if you're new to the channel, or maybe you just don't know, I'm going to be rebuilding my brake calipers as well as powder coating them. So today it looks like I'm going to be freezing my nuts off a little bit later, trying to take off my wheels and calipers, and probably might be up to 20 by then, I'm not sure. But it's going to be freaking cold. So I have some cool things going on today, and I think you're going to enjoy this day in the life. So I just got done with my final. I think I did well, but I'm really not 100% sure. My teacher is the kind of teacher who writes multiple answers and they're pretty much all right. I mean, he literally went over all of that in class and said, this could be an issue, that could be an issue. So I'm really not sure how I did, but I think I did well. I did study pretty well. So before I head home, I'm gonna let my car warm up a little bit. As you saw earlier, I do have a block heater installed, which is awesome. It makes a huge difference in the amount of time it takes for my car to warm up and get to operating temp. Without it, it takes about 20 minutes or so, depending on the temperature. With it, it takes about 10, and it's much easier on the engine. It's much easier on the piston seals and all that stuff. So I definitely recommend having one in cold weather. Plus, your car heats up faster, so you're not wasting gas idling.
I can't believe the nightly waste all we given, but honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living, but we could run from and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Alright guys, so this is my 2016 year-end recap video. I just started yesterday, which is why it's so choppy right now. The final product is going to be much smoother. It's going to have some more content, some things are going to get cut, but I figured you guys might appreciate a little behind-the-scenes preview of my 2016 year-end recap, because 2016 was awesome. In other news, I have a ton of projects lined up now that finals are out of the way. I have at least 2 to 3 weeks of not doing anything. Of course, I need to study and stuff for my job, but that's another story. I have a lot of projects lined up though. I have my steering wheel behind me, which is from a 2015 STI. If you didn't see that video, I'm going to put it in my 06, but I'm still working on the wiring so that I could have my cruise control functional and the volume controls working. That's going to be really sweet, so stay tuned for that. And if I direct your attention over here, I have plenty of other projects. So I have a shift knob here. This is from WC Latheworks. I ordered it this summer along with these two pieces. This right here is going to get a textured finish, and I'm going to show you how to do that with sand and Plasti-Dip. It's going to be really sweet. You can add this texture to any shift knob. It does not have to be metal. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. That's going to be really sweet. I have leather shift boots here. My shift boot and e-brake boot from JPM Coachworks. Unfortunately, JPM Coachworks is now defunct, and I couldn't find any install instructions on this, but I'm going to figure it out. It's not really that difficult, and I'm going to make a video on the install of these products for you guys. My tow hooks. Front tow hook is looking kind of janky. This is the back of it, and as you can see, the front is much worse off. But this tow hook is from Beat Rush, and the powder coat is very thin. A lot thinner than I expected it to be, which is part of the reason it's falling off at this point. And this rear tow hook is from a company called Renin Metal, also defunct at this point. But this powder coat is pretty thick, but it is also peeling off. These tow hooks sit really low on the car, and they take a lot of abuse, especially in the winter time when it's cold and there's salt on the road. So it's time to clean these up and add a new layer of powder coat. In addition to all these projects, I also need to plaster dip my winter wheels. Now, my winter wheel setup is my 17-inch BBS wheels that came stock with the car. They are currently painted gold with Grimspeed's gold metallic paint, and they're not in bad shape, but I don't think the new caliper color is going to go with the wheels so well, so I'm going to plaster dip them black. I only care if they last about a year or so. Plaster dip, if you do it right, can definitely last longer than that, but hopefully in the next year I'll be able to get an oven big enough so that I'll be able to powder coat them. And when that happens, I'll show you guys how to properly repair your wheels from the curb rash and things like that and powder coat them. So that's in the future. I'm powder coating them today or tomorrow, which will be a separate video from this video. But as far as this day in the life video goes, next I need to clean the garage. So as you can see, my garage is a complete mess right now because I have been crazy busy with work and with school and everything. But today is the day that this garage is going to get cleaned up because I need to work on my future projects. So my camera randomly shut off. I don't know why, but the Sony A77 turns off after like 20-25 minutes by itself, and it doesn't let you know, which kind of sucks. But I finished cleaning up my garage right now. I have my winter tires out, which I'm going to plaster dip pretty soon. The only thing I have left out is the tools that I'm going to be using later on this week with powder coating and some of the other projects I'm working on. So this garage is in a lot better shape than it was when I started, and I think that's pretty evident. But next I need to go outside and freeze my nuts off while I remove my wheels and my brake calipers. However, that's going to be a separate video, so I might roll in some of the time-lapse footage from that in this video. But if you're interested in seeing the process for powder coating and rebuilding Brembo brake calipers, make sure you check out that video. Should be posted next Monday, hopefully, if all things go well. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this day in the life. Please comment below what type of videos you like. I could definitely do more vlogs and days in the life and things like that. It doesn't have to be all instructional and tutorial videos, but just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll catch you guys next time.